There's no one I know that has higher values than Shirley. Her ethics are beyond compare and reproach.
There's so many things to admire about Mom. I think she's always been committed to the community, committed to her family.
I think the thing that impresses me the most about my grandmother is just her tenacity and her spirit.
She's got such a positive spirit and a positive attitude of life, on life. It affects everybody she's with.
I just don't know anybody that doesn't feel a little better after little Shirley Zeitlin.
She's always present. When she's talking to me, I'm the only person in the world.
Such a great example for all of us to follow. She's just tireless.
Her work ethics, the way she treats other people, is always with kindness and friendliness and fairness.
She is one of those souls that is just so strong and loving and caring, and continuously so. It's like an unstoppable force almost.
So Shirley has been a wonderful businesswoman, but what I admire more about that is being a good friend of hers, her attitude, her cheerfulness, her smarts, her aggressiveness in a nice way, and working with Shirley is nothing short of being a pleasure.
She's just always there. She's always been there for me. And I hope the same, that I have been there for her.
Shirley is a go-getter. She is a role model for all of us, and a beautiful reminder that if there is something we want to accomplish, we can do it. It's never too late to try.
If someone is in need of a visit, or is in need of a helping hand, or just a warm smile, she is always there. I have repeatedly visited people, and someone who's in there right before I get there is Shirley Zeitlin.
Her ability to get along with almost anybody. I can go on, but I'll stop there.
Well, everything impresses me about Shirley. She is pretty dynamic, so involved in the community, both the Jewish and the Nashville community, and I think she's an inspiration to everyone in her family.
My sister, that's what I call a sister, is a very important person. But as my mother used to say, even though you're important, it's more important to be nice. What really impresses me more than these accomplishments is how sweet and caring a person she is, not only to me and the rest of her family, but also to her long-term friends and new friends, and anybody that she meets.
If you've ever gone to dinner with Shirley, you notice how long it takes you to get to your table because of the number of people she knows and stops to greet.
One of the things you have to understand about Shirley Zeitlin is if you are going to dinner with Shirley at any restaurant in Nashville, I promise you, somebody will jump up, give her a hug, and say hello.
Likewise, leaving the restaurant, a new group of folks have come in, and they stop her on the way out.
There's not a restaurant that Shirley can go into where somebody doesn't know her, and that says a lot about her.
I kid her about being my only famous friend, but I'm really not kidding. And I am oh so proud of her. I want to add one other thought, because if I don't, she'll tell me I left it out. She couldn't have gotten this far in her life without her beloved husband, Martin, who always was her best cheerleader and encouraged her in every way.
She's a gift to our community, and the legacy that she leaves not only her family, but our community is that the things we do for one another will long outlive each and every one of us.
I think my Bubby is deserving of the President's Award because of the Jewish leader that she is. From a young girl all the way up to where she is now in life. And I think that's evident from the fact that she got bat mitzvahed just a few years ago. It's more than just participating It's wanting to be the best Jewish woman she can be.
There is so much that can be said about Shirley Zeitlin and the positive influence that she has had on my life and the life of my children and my family and so many of us here in Nashville, in the Jewish community and at the temple in particular.
Judaism has always been a large part of Shirley's being.
My mother taught me a lot about Jewish identity. I think the most important is that it actually started in the home, that she really believed that Judaism was something you did daily, and how you treated people and how you lived your life.
But I think the traditions and sharing with family and being part of holidays at Mom or Bubby's house, as our kids call her, is still something that's really meaningful and important.
She never ceases to want to learn. And the temple, specifically our temple, has always been important to her. She was confirmed there, but not bar mitzvahed until just very few years ago.
I saw in her a reflection of someone who's going to model for her family what lifelong learning is all about. She is a true inspiration when it comes to deciding that you wanted to do something, whether you were not allowed to do it as a young person or you chose not to do it. Shirley reminds all of us that there's always a chance to better yourself, to push harder, to go farther.
She has always, since I can remember, been very charitable, not only to Jewish organizations, but to non-Jewish organizations.
I don't think she really taught us about giving back as much as showed us how to give back, just leading through example.
When I think about Shirley's philanthropic journey, I imagine the gift that she gives each of us in telling us that we can always do something. So she is a remarkable giver of her time, of her personality, of hugs and smiles, and of optimism and hope in the future, that it's not just about the financial giving, it's about who she is as a person and what she can give to each and every one of us. She's very supportive of all the agencies and institutions, including the temple, but not exclusively to the temple.
Well, she's taught us from a very young age that it's not just about you and your family, it's about community, and the community is local, national, the world, Israel. And always remember those less fortunate and those who are in need in other ways.
I think Shirley's philanthropic journey is something that I learned to see over time. I got exposed to it early on, and throughout my life it's begun to sink in a little bit more and more and really show me the importance of giving back.
Shirley Zeitlin is well known in the Jewish Nashville community, as well as the overall Nashville community. She has been generous in almost every Jewish philanthropic endeavor, as well as secular charitable organizations. We can't forget that. If Shirley were to run for mayor, she'd be a force to be reckoned with.
What I want to say to Shirley is thank you. Thank you for always being a positive influence in my life and for so many of us at the temple. Thank you for always bringing a smile, a warm hug, a listening ear, and a note of positivity into our lives.
Just, Mom, I love you and obviously am proud of you. I know particularly what this award means to you, and it's a particularly great thing for you and our family.
No sister could be better than Shirley to me.
I'm so proud of you for receiving this award. My chest is really expanding, and you know what I'm talking about. The other people here may not know what I'm talking about, but I know you know what I'm talking about.
My heart is overfilled with joy at the person that she is and has always been.
She is a true friend and a true treasure.
So here's to my best friend since Miss Ruby Bashrig's kindergarten.
There is one word in the English vocabulary that you should never mention to Shirley, and she would not understand it. And that word is retirement. and we are all better for it.